What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today is an exciting day. It's an exciting video because we are going to completely transform this 2022 F-450. We're going to take this truck from looking just like this to looking like this. So now we got to get started. So first thing we're going to do with this thing is actually start paint matching the front bumpers and doing some other stuff with the front end. So I love this color of the truck, but the chrome and the chrome grille looks pretty good together with the factory chrome headlights. But now that we have these Morimoto aftermarket headlights with the C-lamp and all that other stuff, I think it would look a little bit better if this was blacked out and if the bumper was actually paint matched to the color of the truck. Also, there's a couple other things to do to make this thing look like it did at the beginning of this video, which is swap out the wheels and tires, as well as a leveling kit. You can see we already have the Boost Auto mirrors, which we have paint matched right here. We have the sequential LED, and we have the auto retracting steps with the LED light on the side. So it already has some cool little upgrades, but we are getting ready to take this thing a couple stages further. But I guess let's, nothing to it but to do it. Let's throw the time lapse on and get to work. Things are escalating pretty quickly with the 450. All of this stuff just showed up today. So we have a set of the DDCs, the Dually Design Co. forged 22-inch wheels, which are super sweet. If you guys remember when Rudnick was out here, these are the exact same wheels that he put on his F-350 build. And when he's out here, I was looking at it, and I had my 450 with the stock wheels, and I was just like, man, I want those wheels. Yeah, these things are super sweet. The only difference is we went with the Dually style front on the front. Since this is a 450, we have the wide track front end, and with the 37-inch all-terrain tires right here, I was talking to the guys over at DDC, and he said if I'm only going to do like a 2.5 to 3-inch level on the front, he said you kind of run out of room, especially with the wide track front end, and you get the super single front, which would have a really big dish to it, just like Rudnick's. They said that it would end up swinging. The swing is a lot wider, so it would end up hitting, the control arms, hitting the fenders, hitting the bumper, all that other stuff. Whereas you can see right now how this kind of tucks the wheel up in there. And I think the 450s just look sick as they are. The other cool thing about the DDC wheels is that you don't have to use any sort of an adapter. So this is the bolt pattern for the truck. So this is a 10x225. And so this thing will bolt directly on there. And as you can see, this is the front wheel, and it's just gonna look sick. It's gonna look really sick. So pretty stoked on the whole thing. But yeah, the nice thing about these things is they are forged as well. So they're super strong, super heavy duty for towing with this thing. And we're getting ready to paint some of the other pieces for the truck. I'm trying to decide what to do with the door handles, whether we're gonna do them either like a gloss black or the paint match to the truck. And but we're definitely gonna do something with that, as well as some other stuff with the grill. But those are monster truck. Those are pretty dang big. Those are really big. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see them on there. And we also have a leveling kit right here. We have the Icon front spring, which is a dual rate spring. This is about a 2-inch lift on the front of this. And I have some other little spacers too, if we do need to raise it up a little bit more. But look at that. That's pretty spicy. This thing's gonna be spicy and belligerent. And we also have the Bilstein shocks for up front as well. So pretty stoked how everything is. Well, stoked at the potential of it. I want to see it. We got to see it.
It's gonna be super cool.
All right, get to work, Eric.
Yeah.
Mount them wheels. We gotta see. Man, those are so big. Throw it in the back. Let's see. Just put it next to the ones in the back. That is crazy. Look at that. There's another 4 inches right there of just lift that the tires are going to do on top of, the leveling kit in the front. So it's going to be sick. I'm excited. You can also see with the DDC wheels, they give you this whole kit right here, a whole entire box of everything that you need to do, and some nice little leveling things. Look at that. They have, I guess that would be for the TPMS sensor, but I don't think these have TPMS sensors in them. So that's one of the things. But yeah, they got the regular little lug nut things on there. They look kind of spiky, and yeah, we got lug nuts.
Which ones are you gonna do?
What?
The spikes or the bullets?
The bullets, I believe so. So these are the same ones that Rudnick had.
Yeah.
So they're not spiky. They're just kind of, it's a bullet instead of a spike. But they still look good. So these ones will thread in, and then that will just slip over the top of it. I like how they give you your own tool too.
Yeah.
So you can see right here we have the front bumper pretty much ready to go in the paint booth. Nice thing about this truck is that it was, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It wasn't in an accident. We didn't have to fix anything. But right here in the front, the front bumper is kind of the chrome sort of thing. I don't think it's technically chrome anymore, but essentially what we did is sanded the whole thing down with about 180 grit, get some good scratch, some good tooth in it. As you can see, this thing is not shiny. Like, it has a sheen to it, but it's not shiny, and that's what we're trying to avoid. We don't want to try to paint something that is not going to stick to it, because paint is a mechanical bond. It has to bite into something. And so we also have this right here. So this is a U-Pol. This is an acid etch primer. So we're going to go ahead and cover the whole bumper in the acid etch primer, which should kind of sink its teeth in there really good. We're going to hit it with a nice coat of sealer to fill any of the sand scratches, and then we're going to hit it with the magnetic gray paint code, basically paint match it to the truck. So that's what we're going to be working on next, is spraying this stuff and then spraying the rear bumper as well. I bought a paint match rear bumper already, so we pretty much just kind of sanded that like normal and treated that like a normal panel. All right, boys, it is the next day. We just got to the shop, and I was in the booth last night painting all of these pieces. So we got paint match rear bumper right there. We got the front bumper. Man, I love how fresh paint looks. So letting it sit out in the sun, kind of bake a little bit before we start messing with it. We got the door handles on here, all painted and nice, ready to go. And then these are the little pieces in the front for the front bumper as well. Figured we'd just kind of spray those, get those all matching. All right, so then on the inside of the shop, we got the emblem blacked out right here, and we got Danner. How you doing?
Always going.
So I always hit up Danner last minute. I'm like, hey, I need some help polishing some stuff, and he always comes out and helps out. So you can see right here the truck, clay bar in the truck, kind of cleaning off some of the stuff. The bed was really clean, because the bed, you know, when we got this truck, it had a flat bed on it, and you know, the original bed basically had 20 miles on it, was just sitting outside. So the bed is pretty much brand new, so that thing, there was pretty much nothing on it. Clay bar and a little bit of stuff on the hood and the front over here. That stuff all kind of was a little bit chalky, but is turning out really nice. And then one example of what we need to polish on the truck, as you can see, like right here in the door, like right here is just a little bit kind of dull, just from, like, you know, opening the door, closing it, doing all that sort of stuff. So that is one of the things that's going to get polished out, which I'm pretty stoked on. And in the front, we're gonna black out the grill. I have a black grill coming, but we need to do something before with that to get that thing looking black. And then yesterday, Eric got the whole leveling kit installed. So this is the 2.5 inch or 2 inch Icon dual spring rate coil with the Bilstein shocks with the remote reservoirs. Those things look super clean, and I just love the way they look. And he got the wheels and tires mounted the other day, 2 days ago, I guess, right here. So you can see these things are big and tall and really spicy. So I can't wait to stick these things on here. I think this is one of the rear inners, and this is a rear outer. Look how freaking big that lip is right there. That's absolutely insane. So all of that stuff is going to be going on the truck today. Oh, what is that?
A lizard.
You caught a lizard?
She's sleeping.
Oh, she's sleeping.
Yeah.
She's sleeping. So, anyhow, the truck is gonna get all polished up today, and then we are actually gonna ceramic coat this thing too, so that way it just you know, when you wash it, it just comes right off. So the next thing we got to do is start assembling the bumpers and putting all the plastic pieces and everything for those on. We might clean up some of those with some trim black to just kind of make them look a little bit newer, like all of the stuff around here. But other than that, we're gonna let these things bake in the sun and start piecing these bumpers together. All right, boys, so last night Danner finished up polishing the truck, and this thing just looks freaking amazing. It's so smooth, it just feels like glass. So now we need to put on the paint match handles right there. So these guys are right here, so those should be as simple as just kind of snapping them on. And I love that. That definitely changes the look of the truck quite a bit. And we also have the front and rear bumpers all put together as well right here. So these things look absolutely beautiful. I love just paint match. You just can't go wrong with paint match on these trucks. They just look so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the bumpers and everything installed, and then we're gonna be at the point where we can put the big wheels and tires on here, because this thing's almost ready. So you can see, obviously, leveling kit, it's already up in the air. So the only thing we have to do is just grab these big giant wheels, roll them over here with the 37. I can't believe how big these things are. But yeah, we'll get those on too. And this truck is gonna be almost completely transformed. Also, I have another black grill coming for this thing, but in the meantime, we'll have to plastic dip it with some gloss stuff just to make it look correct for the big announcement. All right, boys, so this thing is starting to get pretty spicy right here. So you can see we got the front wheel and we have the back wheels on. And let me tell you, moving 6 big dually wheels around is, you know, I'm just a little guy. I don't weigh that much, so moving these things around is a little bit intensive. But checked out the rear. One of the things I love about these DDC wheels is that normally when you get a set of these from like another company, you'll just have like a blank disc in the back, whereas this one matches pretty much the rest of them perfectly. And it's a forged 22 by 8.5, and it's super sweet. So you can see there's actually a hub-centric ring right here on the axle that it rides on, and then they give you another hub-centric right there. So that way the outer dually actually rides on that hub-centric ring, and same thing with the front. So you can see right here, it's all hub-centric, which is really nice. Keeps the wheel just perfectly straight on the axle, so you don't have any wobbles, you don't have any hops, you don't have any vibrations, lug nuts coming loose or anything like that. So obviously we need to install the front caps and the lug covers. One of the things I love about the DDC wheels too is look at this box that they give you. Initially we were like, man, did we get 7 wheels? But they send you this whole other box. Comes with you know, hub rings, it has lug covers, rear caps, lug nut adapter, valve stems, a bunch of other stuff. And you can see these are going to go on the outside of the wheel, and then these are the little bullet looking adapters that will kind of make them look a little extra spicy. So as soon as I get this other wheel on in the back, we'll set it down on the ground, go ahead and torque all the wheels, and then we'll stick that stuff on, stick all the little spicy things on it and make them look really cool. Oh man, this thing's already looking crazy though. boys, there she is, the final masterpiece. Paint match, black grille, Morimoto headlights, 2.5-inch level, 22-inch wheels with 37-inch tires. We got the Boost Auto mirrors. We got the Boost Auto running boards. We got paint match. We got the paint match door handles. We got the wheels, paint match rear bumper. And man, this thing just looks freaking sick. So sick. And I love how, like right here, we have about, you know, that little piece of the tread sticking out. So, you know, let's call that maybe 30% of the tire, whereas I feel like if you go over 50% of the rear tire sticking out behind the dual, I feel like that's just kind of ignorant. I don't like that. But the fronts look so good too. Look at that. It's basically perfectly matching the front to the rear, so really fills out this F-450 fender flare. So sweet, man. This truck just looks so sick. So we just decided to take the F-450 out of the shop and bring it down here, take some pictures just because it looks so good. And as you can see, we brought the Chaser as well. And we decided that the F-450 was going to be our next giveaway. As of right now, the very end of October 29th till the 31st, not only does every single dollar you spend on the website, motionautotv.com, get you entries for a chance to win the Chaser, it also gives you entries for a chance to win the F-450. So this is the very first time we've ever done an overlap giveaway where every dollar enters you into 2 vehicles, which is pretty crazy. So pretty good time to buy some merch, I'd say, or any holiday gifts or anything like that. I guess this is the official announcement, and kind of a sad day.
Can we talk about how good that truck looks though?
I don't know.
Like, that is the best looking truck that you have ever had.
Yeah. And I was talking with Jamie, and she's like, well, what now? Like, what's next? What are you gonna do? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have another truck yet, so we'll figure it out. But yeah, this is it. Official announcement. Project Build giveaway number 20. So if you're a VIP, you're automatically going to be entered. And if you're not, head over to the website and grab some entries, grab some gear, grab a t-shirt, a hat, a hoodie, a digital download, anything on the website. Get you entries for a chance to win both. So appreciate you guys watching this video. Appreciate the support, and see you later.